Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some kind of rough news to go and share because we've actually been seeing a lot more of a public outcry when it comes to Best Buy. Now, as you guys have probably seen throughout these past few weeks, we've mentioned a lot of Best Buy when it comes to walk-ins, when it comes to consoles, when it comes to GPUs, when it comes to in-demand objects, and everything else tied in between. But it does kind of seem like there's been a lot more of a public outcry, and I even saw some people even complain about this before, and as well, the fact that it kind of seems like maybe Best Buy might be starting to go do some stuff with it too as well. So we have a lot of stuff to go talk about throughout this one. I would probably say first and foremost, it's probably going to be more on the good side, mainly the fact that they are trying their best to address it, move on from it, and go from there. But also on the reverse side, it's kind of bad that's even been happening. We've been having a lot of employees basically backdooring, trying their best to go buy and get as many consoles as they possibly can, and overall just kind of gross. I don't know. It's kind of gross. We've been hearing reports about this before, and I'm sure you guys even mentioned this as well. If you guys also saw my videos a few days ago, I also did mention that Best Buy was also hoarding some stock too. So instead of them actually doing it for an online drop, I also wonder, this also might just be them trying to go and hide the stock themselves. So a lot of stuff to go talk about, little intriguing things as well. And if you guys want to give your thoughts and comments down below, feel free to. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch room as well, link down below. Sign up for that Weeble. Deposit $1, get a bunch of free stock and free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. Let's dive into the news. So I'm sure you guys have known that throughout these past few, probably years at this point, scalpers, awful. They try their best to go get as many consoles as they possibly can, make as much money as they possibly can, and go from there. And as well, we also have been seeing cases where employees themselves are also the people we hate the most, aka scalpers, where a lot of the times they'll try their best to go and hide stock, put stock to the side, tell their friends, text their friends that stock shows up in the stores, and essentially now with a lot of third-party prices kind of just still being high, especially for the PlayStations and as well for a lot of GPUs too, it's not fun. Like, I don't think we could all collectively agree. It's not a fun thing, not a fun experience. No one likes making money like that. It's just bad. It's just not cool. It's not cool to see. But we've actually been seeing a little bit more of an uptick too as well, especially I think now with the PlayStations on the Best Buy side. So this will be a little bit of a ramble video. We'll get to the point in like 2 minutes or so. So as you guys have heard throughout the past like 3 or 4 months, when it comes to Best Buy, we have been seeing them in store. We've seen a lot of stores having stock. We've seen walk-ins happening. We've been seeing other various locations getting stock. And at the end of the day, we did see a pretty good wave of a lot of consoles shown on up. But if you guys maybe saw my video a week ago, we finally saw reports that Best Buy was finally saying no. And those employees were basically saying, hey, we're not going to be allowing this. Hey, we can't do this. And I was kind of thinking maybe more on the lines of an online drop. And it still could be. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, they might just be maybe having stock specifically for an online restock. It's very overdue. We can see it. But we're actually seeing even bigger outcries and bigger cases of backdooring, which is basically just employees knowing that there's stock, and they hide the stock. They hide it behind, like, different various things. They have their friends come in whenever the stores are open and have them try to buy out stock. And as well, it's just kind of just been a rough case. Because we've even seen Best Buy have issues where scalpers would literally go into the store. They would literally go and try to buy a stock, literally leave the store and come back. Or they literally go buy a console, then have their mom or brother or sister go buy a console. Or they just show up like 3 hours later and hope that the employees are just different employees and they don't go and notice. So we've been seeing a lot of issues when it comes to walk-ins, which is maybe why a lot of companies were a little bit more on the apprehensive side on walk-ins, especially for PlayStations. But funny enough, we actually saw a tweet over here that I've been seeing floating around here as well from GPU Consoles, where it basically says, if you know any Best Buy stores that have employees backdooring or purchasing stock or GPUs or PS5s, basically try their best to go let people know where the stores are, etc. And corporate's been dealing with that, but on a case-by-case basis. So I want to talk about this a little bit, because more so the overall community outrage on this, I would first and foremost like to go and time on in this as well. Like, if you guys are a part of the YouTube community and you guys have had issues with stores, like namely Best Buy or maybe other ones, feel free to leave a comment down below and be like, yeah, I went to my local Target store and there were 7 consoles in the back, and for some odd reason they did not allow you to sell it. Or Best Buy, you checked your store, you saw consoles, or there was SKU units available, or you called and they said they had stock and they just never let you sell it. Kind of how we covered about a week ago. If you guys want to be a part of that, feel free to leave a comment down below if you guys would like. But the craziest thing for all this stuff is all the comments, and it's insane on how many people out there are trying their best to be like, yeah, this is not good, because I don't think it is. Like, I always say this, I understand why. Like, if a big in-demand item, I don't want to say I'd be doing this every single time. I get it. Like, I try my best not to ever do this, even if I was working at a Best Buy or Target. But I could definitely understand being like, hey, we have 10 consoles. You text your buddy, have them show up. Even as of now, I probably wouldn't want to help out scalpers. If my buddy was trying to go buy 10 of them and buy out the stock from everyone else, I probably would not be down with that. But I think a lot of you guys would probably understand the perspective of like, you have a console, you text your friend, you have your mom or whatever, they've been waiting for one for a year, you kind of want to be more loyal to your friend than to random customers. Like, I will give them a little baby pass on that, but then the bigger issue is they'll be doing it and selling out the entire stock. And that's where I think I draw the line. Like, you do a little bit of hookup for your friends. I'm sure you guys would do that for your brother, your sister, or whoever. But if you're selling out the entire store, or you're doing it every single drop so they can scalp and make money off it, I think you guys would agree that's where it kind of crosses the line. So we've actually been seeing like loads of tweets over here where it's like, hey, like over here in Vegas store got a shipment of 3 factory editions for 3080s, 3090s, the most sought after GPUs at 12 p.m. They sold 1 console to a girl, and the rest of them were all bought by the employees too as well. And they told us that cards were reserved for online orders and wouldn't sell to us too on top of that. And that's rough. Like, people are reporting this stuff too as well. Also on top of this too, we have like Las Vegas over here. So basically, you have people always saying it's always sold out or online. People just aren't having a chance to see it. Best Buy in Whitehall is hoarding all the non-TI factory editions too as well. So it just kind of seems on that one. We have St. Petersburg in Florida, and they all know their employees are reselling them and just buying them whenever they arrive up online too as well. Kind of sad. We even see stuff like this where they literally spoke to a manager and they said they were searching, but a kid said he found the 4 cards in a corner buried and stashed in the back of the store. Like, I understand that store stuff happens, but when it comes to GPUs and expensive multi-$1,000 products, and on the fact of how big and prominent the reselling markets are, all of this stuff is insane to go and see. Like, we're just seeing like some of the same folks out here too, but you can see like in Vegas, in Henderson stores, and Centennial stores have major issues with the employees backdooring the founders' GPUs and other products too as well. Like, we're just seeing folks out here time and time again seeing this. Here's Waco, Texas. Claim they had none available, but the stock scanner indicated they had like 2 3080 Ti's, 1 3060, 1 3080 as well, and they basically just fake checking the back too on top of that. And basically, like, it just kind of shows that these people are trying their best to go and scheme as much stock. And I just want to reiterate that this has been going on for a while. And this is kind of why it's kind of rough to go and see for Best Buy. Now, I'm not sure how intense Best Buy wants to go into it, because at the end of the day, like, say, think Amazon, Walmart, Target, as long as they're selling consoles, those big boy retailers really don't care. Like, just truly, they don't care. Now, I think they can maybe start caring when there's, like, a lot of chargebacks or stock issues or returns. For sure, I can see that, but that's the one biggest struggle, is that, like, for Best Buys like this, we're seeing people basically just being like, yeah, we have 20 consoles, let's just go and sell as many as we can off to the side. And this kind of stinks because it does take away stock from normal individuals. I do think it's kind of a big issue. Here's like Topeka, like, had like 3060, 3080, 3090s. Like, this is a little more on the GPU side, because PS5s are still on the rarer side. They show up like once a week or so from what we've known from internals. So last week and today, I know of 3 people who tried to buy one. Each one was told that they don't know what you're seeing. We don't have anything, yet they would disappear one at a time, and 3080 was the last to disappear from over the day itself. This kind of goes and kind of tied on to when it comes to the Best Buy glitch, where you basically go check online on the app, and if they show up, they basically know they have stock. You guys have probably heard me cover this a lot on the channel itself too as well. So like everything, like, we're just seeing time and time and time again. Like, here's like Columbia, Best Buy asked 2 different associates for 3070 cards until they can't locate it. Like, obviously you can't locate it, obviously. Called customer support to confirm inventory, and they told they had 1 showing in stock. It should be available for purchase too as well. Managers then confirm they have it, but then can't sell it. Even from, like, as of today, they waited for all the GPUs, and before the store opens, an employee on his day off in red, wine, I don't know what wine dunks means in the first place, fist bumps when the employees and walks inside. That just sounds like a meme. Go over there too as well. So, like, we're just seeing this over and over and over again, where they're, like, just not selling stock. And I did report on this a week ago, although I'd like once again, I thought those PlayStation 5s were more so just allocated for maybe an online drop, and they still could, and this kind of seems like slightly more on the GPU side as well, but this would be affecting everything, especially with the GPU glitches, Xbox glitches, PS5 glitches, and it does kind of stink because this has been ongoing forever. Like, think Target stores. When they had Xboxes, they were definitely going and scalping Xboxes back when they weren't as common. PlayStation 5, save for Walmart, there's been a few times where they show up and test out in stores. They obviously were being sold. Best Buy especially seems like it's been the biggest plague, mainly because maybe Best Buy stores just don't care as much going on. But, like, look at this. There's so many people over here too as well. It's like here's Ohio. It's super bad. All of them got bought out before the stores get open too as well. Like, we see like the managers backdooring too, and they had all, like, basically people selling out stock. Best Buy in San Diego too as well. They basically kept on saying they don't have any too on top of that, and then people came out with like factory cards as well from people people working there. And now, honestly, take all these things with a grain of salt because people could always be lying or add like on top of that. But the fact that there's so many people in so many different states and so many different areas continually going and saying this too as well when it comes to they have like stock and everything too as well, even for PlayStation. You can see PlayStation's right there. It's just sad to see. So a little bit of a big warning if you guys are trying to use the Best Buy glitches. Make sure you guys find, I guess, a cool Best Buy because it does kind of stink because it does seem like we're seeing a lot of folks out there trying their best to go and get as much stock as they can and resell it probably, or at least get it on their own. So kind of lame to go and see. Hopefully Best Buy does go do something with it. And if you guys had similar issues, leave your comments and thoughts down below. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch room as well, link down below. Sign up for the Weeble, sign up for that Columbia's, get all that free stuff in stock. And I'll see you guys all throughout today for a bunch more videos. Love you guys.